it's times like this that really make me encouraged about the city of St. Louis. When you see this many people come out on an issue like this, it really, really shows that the city of St. Louis, we're really heading in the right direction. So I want to thank you for coming out, for staying involved, letting your voice be heard, because this is an important thing. How many streets we're going to close, whether they get closed or not, what the new traffic patterns are going to be. All of those things are going to impact you and your neighbors, right? And Gravois has really, really taken off in the last few years. We're seeing more businesses open along Gravois, more people living along Gravois, so it has become an integral part of the city of St. Louis and of all of our communities. I have with me tonight Alderwoman Green, Alderwoman of the 15th Ward. Let's give her a round of applause. Alderwoman Kara Spencer, she's the new Alderwoman over here, the 20th Ward. Let's give her a round of applause. Alderwoman Christian Gracia, that's my alderperson over in the 6th Ward. Kenny Ortman, Alderman Kenny Ortman, he's in the back. Let's give Kenny Ortman a round of applause. We also have and Jack Hodor, the new alderman from the 7th Ward. Thank you for coming out, Jack. We also have with us MoDOT, Deanna Venker from MoDOT. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you for coming today. And some members of the street department. And the way we're going to run this tonight, first I want to bring up a couple of these aldermen who may have just a quick note to say. Then we're going to get into the question and answer session. Right? I was talking to MoDOT a little bit earlier, and they want to run in a little bit different format than what we're all accustomed to. Right? So, but ultimately, what we all need to leave here with tonight, we all need to have some answers to what's happening, right? Have an opportunity to have your voices be heard, so that all those things can come into play when the final plan comes out. Because if you're quiet, the final plan may not be what you want to see, right? This gives you an opportunity to let your voice be heard. We're going to run this in a really organized fashion. I'm asking everyone, if you have a question or comment, and you come up and state your question or comment, be respectful, even if you're mad, even if you're hot about it. I understand it happens to me every Friday on the floor of the Board of Aldermen, trust me, right? But just be respectful and try to get your point across, right? Because ultimately what we want to do, we want to capture the data so that we can make sure that whatever plan is implemented ends up being a plan that works for everyone as much as possible, right? So first, let's bring up Alderwoman Green.
Just wanted to thank everybody so much for coming out this evening. We knew that we were going to have a pretty good turnout tonight. I wasn't quite sure we were going to have this great of a turnout. Here tonight, I'm really grateful that so many of the other aldermen and women have showed up, because we really want to hear what your thoughts are tonight. We want to get a little bit more information. I hope you've had an opportunity to look at some of the boards around the room, and really, whether it's coming up and speaking or talking with us afterwards, letting us know what your opinions are, letting us know your feelings on this situation. Obviously, we're elected to represent you, so we need to know what your concerns are, what your questions are, so that as we work with MoDOT and the Streets Department in the future, we can really make sure that we're making decisions that represent the viewpoints of the people that this affects. So thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Alderwoman Spencer.
So I'm the 20th Ward, and for anybody who doesn't know, that's Cherokee Street and South. And I want to echo Megan Green and Lewis Street's comments. Street closures are very important to all of us. And so your input is really vital, because you can look at a street from the air, but really living on them is how we get to know how we use our streets. So whether or not you speak tonight, please feel free to reach out to me if you're a constituent or not, and we'd love to hear your input verbally. Write me an email or however you can get it to me. I would really, really appreciate that.
One of the things that Alderwoman Spencer said is so key. a lot of times just looking at a map and drawing the lines, you really it's really difficult to truly understand how people really truly use those streets and how it impacts the people that live on those streets. And that's why this is so important, and I can hear from you. Alderwoman Ingrassi, you know, you're good. Alderman Ortman, too far away, you're good. So anyway, let's bring up Deanna from MoDOT. Deanna, can you come up?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out. All right. So what we have laid out around the room, and we've tried to spread them out so we don't have everybody crowded at one spot, are easels showing the different intersections that we have. We have representatives located at each of those easels to help answer your questions. And we would be happy to show us where you're at, show us where you're coming from, talk us through what you have, and then we'll be able to help you answer any questions you have or comments, and then we can take those comments there. You can also go to the MoDOT website and leave a comment there. So I'll go through a couple of things that we've heard over the couple neighborhood meetings that we've been through. The big one has been you're going to create Gravois into a raceway, speedway. Somebody mentioned tonight, oh, you're going to raise the speed limit up to 55 miles an hour. Love rumors, they're great. None of those are true. So what we're going to be able to do by adding in the bike lanes throughout from Grand down to 55, we will be able to reduce the footprint. We'll be making those lanes a little bit skinnier, which makes people automatically drive slower. And then from Jefferson in, we're going to be taking away a lane that right now we have a 6-lane section plus parking, and we'll be taking away a lane, making it 2 lanes in each direction, plus a center turn lane with parking and bike lanes on both sides. So that in itself, taking away the lanes, will reduce the amount of traffic speeds that go through that section. Any questions there?
Yes.
How are we going to do this?
Yeah, we have people signed up to speak.
I didn't know that.
There's sign-in sheets. That's what the table was. People were signing in. So, and then there's also index cards that you can fill out if you don't want to speak tonight. Fill out, at least take a moment, fill out one of those index cards, and let us know your opinion. So we're going to call the people up in order. I guess Gary Bollinger. Come on up. Yeah.
This is my best side. Ready? I'm Gary Bollinger. I reside at 26.
Back to your mouth.
I'm Gary. Got it. I'm Gary Bollinger. I reside at 2632 Lynch on the east side of Gravois, which is one that is scheduled to be shut off with a barricade. Fire and emergency medical services, by my estimate, living at that corner, take 15 to 25 runs through Lynch to get to Gravois to service fire and emergency medical situations. My question to MoDOT is, what is your estimate of the increased times for fire and EMS response by cutting off this lane of traffic?
So MoDOT, the question was, have you taken a look at the additional times for fire